Ladies and gentlemen, the play's The Thing, with your host, Judy Sleed. Special guest, Jennifer Cohen, General Manager of the Drew Theater. Now here's Judy.
Hello once again to the play's The Thing. And I have a lovely guest today, Jennifer.
Thank you.
From Guildhall. I mean, the John Drew Theater is in Guildhall in East Hampton. So there's so many things I would like to know about you. Are you ready to spill the beans?
I'm ready.
Well, I know you were on my show like many years ago once.
3 years, yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just don't remember a thing about it. I'm sorry. Where are you from?
A long time ago. I'm from New Jersey, originally.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah. And then I went to college in Southampton. So,
from New Jersey?
Yes. Well, my dad went there.
Oh.
You know, 30, 40 years ago. So I liked it too, and I went there for 2 years, and then it closed. You know, Southampton College closed.
Oh, yeah, just recently.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell me you just recently graduated.
Yeah, I did. It was...
Really?
I was there for 2 years, 2003 to 2005, and then it closed. So I transferred to the city, to Marymount Manhattan College on the Upper East Side. And I finished my degree there, and I got a degree in theater production and management. But I always loved it out here from being at Southampton College, so I interned at Guildhall. And then they hired me back because they liked me, and then here I am again.
Boy, you really worked your way up.
Thank you, yeah.
That's really great. I mean, to me, it seems like you've been here forever.
Yeah, I know, I feel like it too.
And is anybody else in your family in the theater?
No. They've always loved the theater, so I grew up going to shows on Broadway and listening to CDs, but nobody else is actually doesn't work in theater.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 2 sisters. One just graduated from Penn State for psychology and communications, and the other one's at the University of Maine. But no theater.
No theater, you're the only one.
I'm the only one.
So are you trying to pursue this after what you're doing in Guildhall?
Yeah, well, I love being at Guildhall. I'd like to be there forever. But, you know, that depends on what happens with the theater. But I'd also like to one day run my own theater company, possibly. You know, far in the future, because that takes a lot of money.
Yeah,
but
I had that in my thought many times. But it's
not easy.
Big undertaking.
Yeah.
It is.
But I love being at Guildhall for now.
So you're the general manager now, and you said it's what's happening there now?
Well, the biggest thing that we have coming up right now is our main stage play, The Glass Menagerie, by Tennessee Williams, classic play. And we're in rehearsals for that right now. The cast was rehearsing for 3 weeks in New York City, and they just came out to the theater. And it's a fantastic cast. Amy Irving, who's the movie star and theater star, and she's been on television, is starring in it. She was in Yentl, the movie.
Amy Irving, she was married to
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg?
Yeah.
I thought she was married to like a songwriter.
No, Steven Spielberg, so,
you know, he doesn't write songs.
No, he does better. But she's fantastic. She's unbelievably great. And then we have 3 young actors from the city, from Broadway and movies, who are also in the play.
Oh, so they're going to come here?
Yeah, so they're here now. They're in the theater right now as we speak, rehearsing.
And when is the show going?
And the show goes up July 8th, and it's for 3 weeks, Wednesday through Sunday, July 8th to the 26th. Wow. So plenty of days to see it, but it's really fantastic.
So during the summer, we could see a lot of people from the city?
Yes. Yeah, we also have, in August, we have 2 different theater groups from the city, the Naked Angels and the Flea Theater. They're coming to do readings at Guildhall, maybe with some celebrities in it they know from the city. So
And Eli Wallach, he was in a reading, and I
yes.
missed it.
It was on Sunday. It was amazing.
Yeah, I've seen him in many things. I mean, here at
Right.
Guildhall, and he's just fantastic. He's a very, very good actor.
He's 93 years old, and he's
Yeah,
still.
it is, and still going strong.
You know, it's funny. When we were looking through old things in the theater, we found a playbill from 1959, I think it was, that was Eli Wallach and his wife Ann Jackson in the Glass Menagerie at Guildhall.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
it all comes full circle.
Yes.
We're doing it again.
And you just said that during the winter there's not much activity as far as plays go.
Not much that Guildhall produces, no.
But there's so many talented people, talented actors here.
There are, and I mean, sadly, not yet, but I don't think there's enough people out here who live here year-round who want to see theater.
Oh, well,
We found
have
that
to
when you-
encourage them.
We do have to encourage them. Please, everybody.
Yes, yes. I mean, a lot of people are here all year round.
Right.
Yeah, and they get bored sometimes, so they want to do something. Yes, and
Yeah.
there is also, well, the Guildhall is part of it, is the John Drew Theater, and the other part is arts,
Yes, museum.
the museum.
Yeah.
And do you have anything to do with the museum?
I like to look at it. I really work at the theater, but they have great exhibits on right now. They have a photography exhibit by Terrence Simon, and they have a painting exhibit, Grace Hardigan, who was a local painter. Really good stuff. And in August, I think they have a show about fashion in the galleries. So designs like by Ralph Lauren, Donna Karan, people like that, dresses in the galleries.
Oh,
So that's gonna be really
why
different.
don't they go on the stage?
Well, we're occupying the stage. The stage is ours, and they have the galleries. But it's
Right.
nice sometimes to come for a show, and then you can go and see the galleries beforehand or after the show and make it like a whole
Yeah.
experience.
Right. And I just got a invitation. There's going to be an artist's showing, like you go from house to house.
Yeah, the garden tour.
A garden tour, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Zimmerman.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me the email. He was on my show once
Mm-hmm.
or twice, and he just became the director of the Artist Alliance.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, which is very impressive.
that is.
Well, it's going to be a very busy summer, and we have
That's the way
to
we
just
like
keep
it.
think about how to continue into the off season, as
Yeah,
they say, the
yeah.
off season. So maybe we could ask for some people to give us some ideas how to do it.
We would love that, yeah.
Contact
We can find a way to
Jennifer.
get people to come to the theater year-round. We would love it.
Yes. Well, did you ever think about what to do about it?
We've done plays sometimes, and the Naked Stage, you know, they do plays in the winter. And
That's readings.
They do
Kelly.
readings, yeah.
Yes.
They get a fairly good crowd. But
Oh, very good
Yeah.
crowd. I mean, it grew tremendously.
yeah, so they have a following, but they are free, the readings.
Yes. I mean, I was one of the first people to do that.
Yeah.
And now it's like a big thing. Now they're getting recognition,
Yeah.
and they're getting grants.
Yeah.
And now they beginning to pay some of the actors.
Yeah.
I
Which
don't
is
know how
always
much.
nice, you know.
Yes. It gives them encouragement. But they like to do it. When
Yeah, the
people are
actors do it for
act-
free, playwrights do it for
Yes,
free.
it's
Because
if
they love
don't-
it.
Yeah. So we have to give them something to do because they love it.
Right.
So
I agree, I love it too. It's like,
did you ever think about doing other things besides behind the stage?
no.
To act?
I've never really wanted to act.
No.
I mean, I was in The Wizard of Oz in 3rd grade. But beyond that,
Were you Dorothy?
no, actually, I was the Tin Man. Yeah,
That's
they painted
because
me
you're
silver,
so
and
slim.
I guess so. But No, I've never really wanted to act. I've always wanted to do the behind-the-scenes stuff. I've always loved that part of the theater.
Well, people who love the theater, they usually go into every aspect. How about
Yeah.
directing? Do you ever feel like, hey, I could have done that better?
Maybe. You know, I never have directed, but
Yeah.
sometimes I watch things and I think, oh, maybe they should have done it a different way, you know?
Yes.
From years of seeing theater, you just get your own ideas. So maybe
Yeah.
one day. Maybe one day I would
Good,
direct.
see? And what about writing something?
I've written some things too, yeah.
Plays? You've written plays?
Yeah,
poems?
nothing that has been, you know, finished enough to actually put on stage, but a little bit.
How many acts?
One.
Oh, one
Short
act.
things.
Well, you could do it in the naked stage.
I could, that's true.
And see
good
how
thought.
it goes over.
Yeah.
And then everybody will put their 2 cents into it. Ah, this is the way. Why did you do that? And did you ever sit in on a naked stage reading?
Yeah. Yeah.
You probably saw me. I always have something to say.
Well, it's good. I mean, that's why they do the naked stage, really, to get feedback, especially the new writer nights.
There aren't too many new writers.
There aren't too many. I think there was one a few months ago that I saw right before the theater was done, so it was still in the other room in the theater in Guildhall, and they
Yeah.
did 3 plays. Did you see that one?
3 in 1. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen most of them,
Yeah.
yes.
And it was really great because it was a huge audience, about 60, 70 people, and they all had feedback for the authors, and
Right.
that's what it's all
Yes.
about. That's what.
Yes. And how does it feel like working? Who's your boss, direct boss? Like I
Josh
didn't
Gladstone,
know.
yes. Josh Gladstone is the artistic director at Guildhall. He's my boss, and he's the one who makes all the decisions, makes everything happen, really.
Yeah, I think he's great.
He is. I love working with him.
I mean, to me, my association with him was just great. I love to watch him act.
He's a fantastic actor, and he's also a really good director, too.
Yes, yeah, I've seen some things that.
Yeah.
And he's very easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a good person to work with.
Yeah. And how do you like Ruth?
Ruth is fantastic, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruth Applehoff, she's the
She's the executive director
Executive.
of all of Guildhall. She's got a hard job. A very
yeah.
hard job.
Josh is helping a little, a lot with the theater, but
She's everything. She's museum, theater, education, everything. And Josh is just theater.
yeah.
And I am just theater, too.
And you're the theater.
Yeah.
And then there is Christine.
Christina, yeah,
Christina,
who does the museum.
Yeah, she was on my show also. Now, all these people we're talking about were here as my guests.
Yes. Well,
Spilling
that's
the
the good thing
beans.
about Guildhall, I think, that it's got so many facets, that it can be so
Right.
many things for the community, that it can be a theater and a museum, and they do art classes all the time for kids, and we have a Kid Fest series in August, all these different shows for kids, and before them, they have an art class in the Boot Slam Education Room in Guildhall, so the kids will do an art project, and then they'll go see the show in the theater, and both things are integrated.
Yes, I've noticed that they have a lot of different things to offer,
Yeah.
especially during the summer.
Yeah.
So to keep busy, you brought a brochure,
I did. This is our season guide.
summer season.
Our summer season, yeah. And if anyone wants one, they can go to Guildhall and just pick one up right in the front.
Tell us something so we'll be interested enough to pick one up.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening this weekend at Guildhall. We have Marilyn May, who's a cabaret singer. She's right there. And she just got a fantastic review in the New York Times. Unbelievable. She's in her, I think, 70s or 80s, and her voice is unmatched. Fantastic. She's on Friday night. And then on Saturday night, we have a benefit from Word Theater. They're doing readings by famous actors. Movies and TV and theater are reading from stories that won the Pushcart Prize. It's a big prize in the writing world. So they go up on stage, they read stories, and we have people like Brian Cox, John Hurd, Samantha Mathis, who was just on Broadway in 33 Variations, Amber Tamblyn from the movie The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, if you've heard of that movie, and two of the stars from the Twilight movie, Edie Gathegi and Jackson Rathbone, so that's big with teenagers, so maybe that'll bring a younger crowd to Guildhall. That's this weekend.
Oh, that's good. I always like to see young people.
Yes, so do I.
And not too long ago, you had the duo, the Eric
Comstock
yeah.
and Barbara Fasano, they were great. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's fabulous. I heard him play and sing and all these goodies, and he's also extremely knowledgeable about all those songs. He knows, he knows who wrote it and who did it, and all those singers and songwriters. He knows. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, he's great. And he's been to Guildhall before, which is nice that he likes to keep coming back. Because he really likes it out here. He likes playing for these audiences.
Yes, I met him not too long ago. And ever since then, he's sending me all where he goes, where he plays.
He's great.
Yes, and I really enjoyed listening to him. So what else, what are you going to do after the summer?
I don't know yet. I will.
It seems to be you're always there, but you just tell me only during the summer?
No, yeah, I'm only there during the summer for now, because there's only summer programming, and I mean,
well, what did you do last year?
Last year I was working in Manhattan, actually, for a company that books national tours of musicals, Hairspray and the producers, and Moving Out. And I could have still stayed with them, but I love it here too much, so I quit.
So you
I
quit.
came back, yep.
So can you go back again?
I don't think I want to.
No?
No, it's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do. You know, that was a lot of sitting at a desk and crunching numbers, and this is...
So are you going to just hang out here?
Yeah, I'll find something.
So when you go to New York, is there anybody there you're staying with? Or?
No, I stay in New Jersey at my house
what
where I
town
live.
is that?
It's in Oradell, which is a very little town next to Paramus, where all the malls are. It's it's about 10 miles from Manhattan, so it's really close.
By.
It's really close, yeah.
Yeah, I went through New Jersey when I came from upstate, and then I ended up in Manhattan. Oh, it was
Not fun to drive through, no.
No. Somehow I did, and I got lost. Somehow I ended up in Brooklyn. It was just a nightmare. Of course, by the time I got home, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And, well, when you say you're not going to go back, look for anything in New York, I mean, what are the possibilities here? I mean, you're going to stick close to Guildhall, or because there are other theater companies out here?
There are. Right now, I'm a little loyal to Guildhall, and I really love it, and I've been there for years and years.
Have you seen any productions with the other companies?
I've seen things that Hampton Theater Company has done in Quag.
Yeah,
and
me too. I saw several of them.
They do good things, yeah.
Very good, yes.
And Southampton Cultural Center, I know they just started up last year doing plays.
I don't recall that.
It's the Michael Disher, who was at Southampton College, he's head of that now, so.
Oh, he used to be ahead of it.
He used to be at the college, now he's at Southampton Cultural Center. It's right near the park in Southampton.
Near where the ducks are?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that place, the Cultural Center. Yes,
Yeah,
I used to go there for, there was a writing class there.
They do plays there now, too.
Yeah, Erica, somebody was doing the, leading the class for writers, and that was several years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's good to know that he's there.
And of course, Bay Street. I haven't seen anything they've done this year yet, but.
Oh, they're very classy, Bay Street.
But you know what? Guildhall's programming this summer is the best out here.
I think so.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so much for everyone. There's like Roseanne Cash, Johnny Cash's daughter is going to come play. Mandy Patinkin, who's a famous Broadway singer.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's a singer,
Yeah.
Mandy Patinkin. I thought he was just an actor.
No, he's a singer too. He was in Evita on Broadway.
You're kidding.
Yeah, he was in the original production of Evita with Patti LuPone.
I have an entirely different imagination. But
Well,
he did a lot of straight things.
Yeah,
didn't he?
he's also a classical actor. He's done
Yeah.
Shakespeare and things like that, but he's going to come sing for us.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
Do you sing?
You know, by myself in the car, but not
yeah?
professionally, not in front of people.
Are you musically inclined at all?
I love music. I love to listen to it, and I love to sing to myself. But
Do you play any
I
instrument?
don't. I wish I did.
Oh, well, it's never too late.
No, it's true. That's true.
So what does your family think about you going in this field?
They're happy because, as I said, they love theater, so they like to come see what I do. My parents are going to come out and see the Glass Menagerie, and
All the way from Jersey.
yes, it's not too bad. 2.5 hours. Yeah.
So are they going to drive here and then drive home?
Maybe they'll stay overnight.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's too exhausting,
Yeah,
I know. I know that.
Kind of a lot to do, both in one day. Yeah.
It is. And, well, I always ask this from my guests,
Yes.
if there's any favorite plays or favorite actor that you would like to see more of.
Well, I really like musicals. I'm a big fan of musicals. My
Yes.
favorite are Stephen Sondheim's Sunday in the Park with George and A Little Night Music, which I think they're actually bringing back to Broadway next year, which is very
There's
exciting.
a lot of revivals.
A lot of revivals, because
I-
revivals sell.
Oh, and originals don't sell.
Well, it's harder to get people interested in something that they don't know anything about, rather than saying South Pacific. You've heard about this your whole life, and it's classic, and everyone knows the story, and everyone knows the music, so people want to see it easier.
I don't.
You don't?
I mean, I've seen it on Broadway and I've seen it out here, you know,
Right.
and well, I guess some people just love to see things over and over, like you said, because it brings back memories.
Brings back memories. But
Yeah.
of course, the future of theater is in the new things, or you'll
Yeah.
be recycling the same things in 200 years. You'll see another South Pacific. So,
Right, and maybe they're going to call it something else.
right. The new stuff
North Pacific.
is North
East
Pacific.
Yeah, and then nobody will know it's
Right.
not an old thing.
Right. North Pacific.
Yeah, well, that's real. But they do change things, like with
They
the
do.
Odd Couple. They instead of boys, they make it girls, and several other plays like that.
Yeah, that's
Can
true.
you recall some other plays that? But I'm sure they do that. They
Female odd couple, yeah. And some plays try to do sequels,
yes,
like, boy, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but,
Gone with the Wind.
oh,
And
I
then
don't think that was a good success.
Well, I remember because it wasn't so great.
Right, right. It's usually not when you try to do that.
Yeah.
Better to maybe just do something completely new.
And they also tried to put music to some stories,
Yes.
and most of the time it's not going over well.
Yeah, or taking the music of like the Beatles and making a show out of it, which doesn't work.
No. There was one that did work.
Mamma Mia,
Mamma
and
Mia.
Jersey Boys. That
Yeah.
also worked for the 4 seasons. Most of them don't.
But like years ago, I remember they tried to make a musical with a story about Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money
sound
went
so
down
good.
the drain. And, well, I would really like to see some new shows. But
Yeah.
like you said, it costs an awful lot of money, so people would take a big chance.
It's such a gamble to do theater nowadays, especially in this economy right now, that, yeah, they don't want to take a chance. They want to say, and there's nothing wrong with classic plays if you do them in a new way, in a fresh way. Mm-hmm. It can be really eye-opening.
But they do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. But, you know, that's what makes it interesting.
Right.
I think it's fun when you don't know what you're going to see. You go to see a show and you're surprised.
Well, some of the things they do on the naked stage, it really is enjoyable.
Yeah.
And they still are afraid to take it on as a full play. Because they do ask
Money.
you, one of the questions they ask, would you like to see it as a
Right.
full-fledged play? And if you say yes, they don't listen to us.
Well, when in 2007, Guildhall did Picasso at the La Panagile, the play actually next door over there at Wayne Scott Studios, and
I saw it.
that started as a naked stage reading. And they said, would you like to see this as a full play? And people, I guess enough people said, yes, we would. So they did.
How many? There's only one performance, though.
No,
wasn't
no,
it?
it was a full 3-week performance.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I don't remember how did it go? Did a lot of people come?
It was a pretty good crowd, yeah, especially considering it wasn't at the John Drew Theater because it was under renovation. So it was a
Yes.
pretty good crowd. And that's actually another great thing about the theater right now is that they just finished the 2-year renovation and it just reopened in May. And it's
gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is gorgeous, and
Yeah.
the seats are so comfortable.
They're much
I
nicer.
remember I used to fall off the chair.
Yeah, yeah, there were holes in it. It's so beautiful now and the sound is so much better.
It really is. It feels beautiful, but they did exactly the way it was.
Exactly. It looks
It's
just the same.
It is
Has the circus tent.
beautiful. Well, I think we ran out of time,
Oh, okay.
and it was such a pleasure talking to you and
Thank
about
you.
Guildhall and the theater. It's my favorite subject.
Me too.
So, thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Again, and bye, everybody.
Bye.
And tune in to see another show that plays the thing, because we love to play, right?
Yes, we do.
Yes, there was something else I wanted to ask you, but I forgot.
I'll come again.
Well, you gave a lot of good information,
Thank you.
and I hope I remember it this time.
I'll come in another 3 years.
Well, no, I hope it's going to be sooner.